The Katsukian Network presents Blues in the Basement with Stephanie and T. Shaw. Blues in the Basement.
Welcome to another edition of Blues in the Basement, powered today by Katsukian Network. This is your girl Stephanie.
I'm T. Shaw.
And we are live in the studio today with a special guest, Mr. Lomax Spaulding, the fourth. Is that correct?
No, I'm the third.
The third. My bad.
Yeah, that's okay. That's okay.
How you doing today, Lomax?
Oh, I'm wonderful. Hey, how are you all doing?
We're fine, man. Welcome to Blues in the Basement.
Thanks, man. And thanks so much for taking the time, man, to consider having me on your show. It really means a lot.
Oh,
glad to have you.
We're glad to have you. Anybody who's out here still working and doing this music thing, we want to talk to it because nowadays it takes guts to be out there.
You're right.
And to have some longevity with it.
Lomax Spaulding III. I tell you what, man, for the people that might not have listeners, might not have heard of you, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
I'm just from a little country town in Georgia, man. I live almost in the middle of nowhere. If I drive 3 hours north, I'll be in Atlanta. If I drive 3 hours south, I'll be in Florida.
So just pick a choice.
So in the middle of nowhere, how do you get started? Where were your roots born?
In the church. When I was smaller, both of my grandmothers had pianos in their house and, instruments, because my uncle had a band when I was small, but that's how I actually got my first two-string guitar, because that's all the strings that were on it. Because when he broke up with this band, he moved to Toledo, Ohio, and started teaching. And I got that instrument, and it was just, after that, my father saw the interest, and he started buying me guitars after that.
So you're self-taught?
Yes.
Wow, that's wonderful.
You started playing the guitar in the church, or you just started playing around the house? How did you actually get started doing that?
I started playing guitar and keyboards around the house. I forgot what grade I was in, but I got in the band, and I started playing trumpet in the band, but I have never really been able to read music fluently. But if I could pick up that instrument and spend a little time with it, I played it. I played saxophone in jazz band. I played trumpet in marching band, and I played drums in marching band one year. I just kind of used to switch around. And
so one thing I know from playing instruments in the band is that you got demerits if you couldn't do certain things. So did you get a lot of demerits?
No. I'm gonna tell you something. I thank God for one particular band teacher by the name of Mr. Mann. He was very compassionate, and he understood where I was. If I could hear you play it, I could play it.
Okay.
I never made first chair now, but I could blow as good as the first chair trumpet player.
So you started in the band. Now, when did you get your big break in the music industry, man?
When I moved to Atlanta, and that was the studio on Arden Avenue where I first met Ollie Woodson. Later on, he became the lead singer for The Temptations, and I met Tony Troutman, and I got a chance to play on Tony Troutman's Your Man Is Home Tonight. And that kind of opened the door for a lot of things. And once the musicians in Atlanta started finding out that I could play, because, when I first moved to Atlanta and started playing with the bands, I never sang.
Wow. Okay. We're gonna stop right there, and you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna play one of your hits.
Let everybody hear what Lomax sound like.
People want to hear what you sound like. Yeah. They want to know who we're listening to, and so we're gonna kick it off with one that I like. Started my morning off.
Wonder
great.
Why?
Put it all up in there.
Wonder why.
Got in a little late last night. Jumped straight in the bed. My old lady was still awake, and this is what she said. It's 4 o'clock in the morning. What the hell is on your mind? She forgot it was Thursday, and I had to work overtime. She told me she didn't care, and my job wasn't through. She backed that thing up on me and said, you still got work to do. Yeah, put it all up in there. Don't you hold back none. Yeah, it's a little bit short on this, and you know that I needed some. You know that I can't do without it. Why you trying to hold back? Come on, man. my car and hurry up inside. Ooh, when I got up in there, boy, was I surprised. Today is Friday, and it's got paid. She put it in a safe deposit box, and then she said, put it all up in there. Hey, don't hold back none. A little bit short on this, and you know that I needed some. You know that I can't do without it. Why you trying to hold back? Don't hold back. Put it all up in there, 'cause you know that I like it like that. You know that I like it like that. Ooh-wee. Come on, come on. Come on, baby. Gotta make me feel, baby. Hey, yeah. I gotta make me feel it, baby, baby. Feel real good to me. Yeah. She said, put it all up in there. Come on. Don't you hold back none. I was a little bit short on this, and you know that I needed some. Come on and know that I can't do without it. Why you trying to hold back? Come on and hit it and split it. Put it all up in there, 'cause you know that I like it like that. Come on now. Put it all up in there. Come on now. Don't you hold back none. I was a little bit short on this, and you know that I needed some. You know that I can't do without it. Why you trying to hold back? Put it all up in there, 'cause you know that I like it like that. You know that I like it like that. Put it all up in there. Put it all up in there like we do it down in McCray, y'all. Come on. Put it all up in there. GA, that is. Put it all up in there. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Put it all up in there, 'cause you know that I like it like that. I wanna feel it, baby. Put it all up in there. I gotta put it up, put it up, put it up, baby. Put it all up in there. Gotta put it up, put it up, put it up, baby. Put it all up in there. Ooh, put it all up in there, 'cause you know that I like it like that.
That was Lomax right here on Blues in the Basement. Put it all up in there. Lomax, you want to tell us a little bit about what brought about that song?
Yeah, I want to know about that song.
And how you came,
Let me tell
came
you
up with
how.
that one. Yeah.
Well, the name of the album is Life Lessons. So come
Yeah,
on.
I bet it is a life lesson for you, Stephanie.
Yes. So let me tell you a little bit about that song, how I came up with that song.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, I do a lot of my writing. It seems that when I first wake up in the morning, before I start thinking about
Woo! Okay.
No. When I first wake up in the morning and my mind is not cluttered with a lot of stuff, I do my best thinking and writing then.
Man, you should
So I came down the stairs and I just started singing this song. I'm serious.
Were you just inspired?
After you had just did what?
You were just inspired, right?
No. Listen, let me give you the history behind this song.
Okay, hold on. Okay, the history, but hold on. I need you to set the stage for me, first of all. I got to ask a question. Now, are you married or are you single?
Oh, I'm single.
Okay, now, the stage is set. Come on with the story, baby.
All right, listen. Let me tell you what it's about. You have to listen to it. It says, came in a little late last night, jumped straight into bed, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
My old lady was still awake, and this is what she said.
Right.
4:00 in the morning. What's on your mind? But she forgot it was Thursday and I had to work overtime. She told me she didn't care and my job wasn't through. And she backed that thing up on me and said, you still got work to do.
That's what I'm talking about. Right here on Blues in the Basement, we are powered by Kazukian.com. That's KUDZUKIAN. Put it all up in there.
You like that, don't you?
I do. I like it. I like the story. I like the song.
Hey, make sure you like us on Facebook, Twitter, and IG, and make sure you tap that app. And also check out all the other properties on the Kazuki Network, like On Sports,
3BC,
Funky Politics.
And don't forget about us.
Blues in the basement. So, Lomax, you just want to put it all up in there, man. So your next song we want to talk to you about is Please Let Me Hold You Tonight. So do these songs have any kind of correlation towards each other?
No, because this one he in the club. This one right here, he in the club, and he see the lady sitting there, and he just stepped to her. I like that.
That's right.
That's
I
what
like
it is.
this song.
That's what he doing.
I like this song. He just stepped to her. He said, hey, I ain't been out in a long time.
That's right.
I
and
see you. You look good.
Song, it's so many songs out there with no meaning.
Exactly.
And nothing like that. Nobody's holding. Nobody's dancing. When you go to the club now, everybody's just dancing everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to change it up a little bit and be a little romantic with what was going on.
I got you, man. I got you.
Put a little substance in it.
Well, here's Lomax right here on Blues in the Basement. Please let me hold you tonight.
Excuse me, lady. I'm Lomax. Would you mind if I ask your name? I've been watching you from over there. Please, can I take this chair? It would be nice just to sit and talk with you. Oh, it's been a while since I've been out on the town, and I'm glad I came tonight. And when I saw you sitting there, I couldn't help but stare. The look in your eyes tells me you're lonely too. Please let me help. I think that there's something, I can do if you just let me. Please take my hand. Please, baby, can I have this dance? They're playing this song for me and you. Please let me hold you. Please let me hold you in my arms tonight. Say you will, baby. Just let me hold you tight, oh darling. Oh, I promise I'll make everything alright, babe. Yes, I will. It's been too long since I've held someone. I'm squeezing you too tight. Please forgive me tonight. It just feels so damn good to me. Oh, baby. And just let me say, I like the way, that you're holding on to me. Oh, baby. And the way you're holding on so tight. And the feel was Lomax with Please Let Me Hold You Tonight. I mean, I'm tripping because I'm going, if a man walked up to me in the club and started talking to me like that,
I'm gonna give him the side eye. I'm gonna give him the side eye. But now, after listening to you, Lomax, and understanding where it came from, I might give him. At this point, I might give him an opportunity.
Well, Lomax,
right, because hey, listen, it's coming from a guy who doesn't really come out a lot.
Right,
but he
right.
was tired of sitting at home. So by coincidence, when he went out, he saw this beautiful lady sitting there, and he couldn't help it. Sometimes that's when you do your best. When you're genuinely coming from your heart and you're not trying to put this rap on, I think that the best rap is a genuine rap. If I feel this way and I'm telling you what I see and what I feel, I'm selling.
Well, we know you work with a lot of artists in the past. What made you want to go solo with your career?
I was doing a lot of stuff for Social Death. I was doing a lot of stuff for Jermaine, Columbia, Social Death, which was Jagged Edge, Escape, Mariah Carey, Criss Cross. I would go to his house, which his studio was in the basement. I would say, well, what do you want me to play? He said, oh, you know what I want? Just go in there and play it. Mm-hmm. And he'd be out there shooting pool, and I'd go in and I'd play it. And then when I come back, he'd be like, yep, that's it. He'd call upstairs and tell his mom to cut me a check. So I'm like, if I'm making hits for them, I could be making hits for Lomax. I just pursued the solo career.
Right. I read a story that one of my favorite musicians was one of your biggest influences. I love George Benson. I love what that man does with the guitar. I mean, to know that you had an opportunity to meet him. Can you give us a little bit of that story?
When I moved to New York, I had a wonderful opportunity of playing with Charles Erlin, which was called The Burner. He was a jazz organist.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
He and George Benson had the same manager, Jimmy Boyd. So George had a birthday party, and he invited us all out. So we went out to his house, and we stayed all day, and he was just a very down-to-earth person. Told me, just, hey, man, play this guitar, man, see what it sounds like. That's the first time. He just handed the guitar, and I played it, and before I left, he signed an autograph that said, from your guitar-picking brother, George Benson. And that autograph was, I was playing with a group called Cash Flow back in the 80s.
I know Cash Flow. Go.
Yeah. I was one of the original members of that group, and we were playing South Carolina State homecoming. While we were on stage, someone broke in the dressing room and stole some money, some clothes I had, and everything else. And when I realized George Benson's autograph was gone, I broke down and cried.
Oh, wow.
That was the only thing that upset me and really hurt me, because I had it in, he wrote it in like a bank book of mine. And I carried it everywhere I went. And when I realized that was stolen, I just, that's the only thing that really made me break down and cry. Since I've reached out to him, but on Facebook, but I wasn't sure if it was him, and I asked him, did he remember, would he send me another one? But there hasn't been any response yet, but I'll get another one.
It'll come back.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it will. Yes, it will.
As I was reading up about you also, man, I found out you have a passion for country music. You want to tell us a little bit about that?
When I was growing up, my father loved country music. And still as today down here, if it wasn't for internet radio, being able to do a lot of things with the XM radio stations and stuff like that, we wouldn't have anything but country music radio stations here. Not long ago, I was taking my son to school, and he said, Dad, why are all the country music radio stations come in so clear? And I just kind of laughed, I didn't say nothing. So I'm like, well, I don't know, son. I guess they're closer than the rest of them. But country and stuff was what we heard a lot. And by my father being such a passionate lover of country, I did some country stuff and dedicated to him. My father passed in '87 from cancer, and I did it for him. And I love country, man. I love the stories of country music. I love a lot of the artists in country music. I love all music. It's a God-gifted talent that I have, and since he gave it to me, I just whatever comes to mind, I just come in my studio and do it.
Okay. Why don't you give us a little bit of one of those country songs that you like so well?
Oh, give you a little bit of that?
Yeah, give us a little bit of one of those country songs that you like so well.
Okay. I remember growing up, I love my grandma so, and when she went to heaven, how how I hate to see her go. I know she's in a better place, but it caused me disconcert. And one thing that she taught me is love don't hurt.
Wow.
I thought you was gonna break out with something. There's a little girl in our neighborhood. Her name is Charlotte Johnson, and she's really looking good. I had to go and see her, so I called her on the phone. I'm thinking,
yeah. No, we ain't finna do no.
I thought we was gonna swing it, man. I thought we was gonna swing.
No, we ain't gonna do no swinging.
Let me make sure you know that you are listening to Blues in the Basement, powered by the Kazuki Network. Make sure you like us on Twitter, Facebook, and IG. I'm T-Shaw.
And this is your girl, Stephanie.
We're talking to our man, Mr. Lomax Spaulding III, right here on Blues in the Basement, telling you about his wonderful career. And I tell you what, man, you got a song on the airways around the country now. This is one of my favorites. That Secondhand Man. You know, tell us about that one, because there's a lot of brothers that need to understand what the Secondhand Man is about.
And to take the role.
Yeah,
it's okay.
It's all right. Because I've been, I've performed this song so many times, and I had women say, "Oh, you could be my third hand man, my fourth hand man." They used to be going on and on about it, but
they don't understand.
Oh no! They don't understand. You know, it's a guy that's in love so much that he'd be willing to take a back seat and wait his turn. You know, that's patience. You know,
that's got to be some
my
good
favorite
stuff,
kind.
man.
But you know something I have learned though. Let me tell you something.
Max, tell me, brother, there's got to be some good stuff, bro.
Good things come to those who wait.
Yes, it does. It does.
But only the things that's left behind by those that hustle.
I got you.
Go on, man, with your ass up. That's a new song.
Here's Lomax right here with Secondhand Man on Blues in the Basement.
Girl, there comes a time in a man's life when he just can't, baby. He just can't put up with it no more, baby. I want to tell you just how I feel about how you've been treated, the things you've been doing. Got something on my mind that I want to tell you, baby. Just listen. We've been together for quite some time. Every day I can't wait to see you, baby. And I enjoy the nights we spend out on the town. You know I'm there when you need me. Yes, I am. All you have to do is call. But it's a strange thing, honey. Some days I don't even see or hear from you at all. But I think back on all the times we shared. Yes, I do. All the love we made just a big mistake. It hurts me, but I realize just what I am. Second-hand man. Yes, I am. Someone who's there when no one else is around. Oh, it hurts, but I know just what I am. Oh, I'm just your second. Should I leave you, darling? Or would it be wrong just for me to keep seeing you? Doesn't make me a fool, oh honey, to think that you in love with me and only me. Oh, when I know in the back of my mind I'm not the only one that you choose to see.
That was Lomax Secondhand Man right here on Blues in the Basement. You like that one too, Stephanie?
I like that.
Why do you like it so much,
I
Stephanie?
mean, because he's correct.
So
the whole song.
Are you the typical woman that this song
you know
is
what?
talking about?
See, first of all, words like typical, average.
No, excuse me.
You can't use those when you talk about me, T-Shaw. Now you know that.
I wasn't trying. Are you the woman? Are you the? Is this the anthem for you?
It possibly could be.
that
and put it all up in there could go together.
She sounds like a lady who likes a man who that has patience.
I like a man who's patient and yet persistent.
You trying to get your MAGA on that? He trying to MAGA on the phone.
Yes, sir. He understands. We'll talk after.
He is MAGA on the phone.
No, he's just being a secondhand man.
That's right. Get in when you fit in.
That's right, baby. You start collecting coupons early.
I'm trying to tell you. That's right.
Hey, check this out. We're gonna go a little bit off the track, okay? And we're gonna listen to a little Tyrone Davis. Cause he just wants to know, baby, can I change my mind?
Can we just do a double play?
And we'll do a double play
and
with that.
We'll go after we do a little Tyrone. Can we go a little Marvin Cease?
Then we'll do a little Marvin Cease.
He just want to be your candy liquor bearer.
And there we go. Baby, can I change your mind about that candy liquor?
That's right.
Right here.
All up in you. On Blues in the Basement.
That's right.
Oh, darling, I'm so lonely without you. I can't sleep at night, always thinking about you. But if I had the chance to start all over, I wouldn't be with you today on a four-leaf clover. And leaving would be the last thing on my mind. If I could turn back my hands to the pain is getting deep. Oh, the hurt keep getting stronger. But if I had just one more try, I would be yours alone until the day I die. And we would have the love so divine. If I could turn back the hands of time.
In the Basement Facebook Double Play.
Baby, I'm not ashamed, no, girl. I want to do the thing that your lover never did before. Hey, baby, let me be, your candy liquor girl. Oh, I just want to be, I'm not ashamed. I wanna be your candy liquor. You know what I wanna do, you girl. Girl, I wanna lick you up, lick you down. Turn around, baby. I wanna lick you. Girl, let me lick you like you never should. Hey, baby, can I lick you? I wanna make you come, girl. Can I wanna lick you till you come. I'm not lying. I wanna lick you till you come. Somebody scream. Girl, I just wanna be days a week. Girl, can we live love, girl? Please. I wanna be 8 days a week. Girl, can we live love, girl? Somebody scream. I wanna lift you up, lift you down. Turn around, baby, and let me lift you. Oh, let me lick you like you love a should. Hey, baby, can I lick you? I'm gonna stick out my tongue. And you know what, girl? I'm gonna make you come, girl. Can I wanna lick you till you come. Somebody scream. Girl, I just wanna be. Hey, baby, girl, can you lick her, girl? Please, baby. I wanna be 8 days a week. Girl, can you lick her, girl? Somebody make some noise. Cause I wanna lift you up, lift you down. Turn, baby, I wanna lift you on. Oh, let me lift you. Give it to the drummer. Jody, Jody, I'm a bad brother.
It's like no other.
I'll lick you up and I'll lick you down.
Put it where you want when you're manning around.
I'll sneak in your back door, front door too.
Whatever you need, Mr. Jody can do.
Who's Jody here?
You Jody.
Who's Jody here?
You Jody.
I said who's Jody here?
You Jody.
Y'all tell me who's Jody here?
You Jody.
You tell me who's Jody here?
You Jody.
Y'all tell me who's Jody here?
You Jody.
Who's Jody here?
You Jody.
Say what?
You Jody. But you
Say
know
what?
what? You know what?
You Jody.
We got a brand new Jody. In
Say
the
what?
house. I'm telling you, we got a brand new Jody.
Where?
In the house. You need to know we got a brand new Jody.
Where?
Up in here.
Oh,
Brand
shit.
new Jody.
What the hell is
In the
this?
house. We got a brand new Jody, yo.
What is this?
Everybody, go Jody, go Jody, go Jody, go Jody, brand new Jody.
Say what? What kind of shit is this here?
The new Jody. The brand new Jody.
Hey, brother. What's your name? Huh?
I'm the new Jody.
I said, what's your name?
I'm the new Jody.
This brother's confused, y'all. Brother, what's your name?
I'm the new Jody.
Something. Hey, Rod, something ain't right here. Charlie, something ain't right here. Something is very mixed up. I got that. What? Hey. Wait a minute. Y'all know what, ladies? Hey, ladies. Y'all know what? His shit almost looks good as mine. Yes, it do. But something ain't right about him. Oh, shit. He's a fake, y'all. Get out of here.
A fake ass
Get out of
Jody.
here. He's a fake. That's what he is. He's a fake. I told you. He's a fake. That's what he is, y'all. He's a fake. Let me hear y'all help me tell him. Come on, everybody. He's a fake. I'm Jody. He's a fake. Who's Jody here? Who's Jody here?
You Jody.
Who's Jody here?
You Jody.
Y'all tell me who's Jody here.
You Jody.
You tell me who's Jody here.
You Jody.
Y'all tell me who's Jody here.
You Jody.
You tell me who's Jody here.
You Jody.
I want to lick you right here.
Lick it right here.
Oh, girl. I want to lick you right there.
I wanna lick it right there.
That ain't nothing. You know what? I want to lick you right here. Yes, sir. Can I, baby? Can I, baby? Honey, you know what? I want to lick you back. Oh, shit. All you ladies. I said all you ladies that's got those sorry ass men. Y'all know what the fuck they got at home. I'm talking about the motherfuckers who won't go down. Woo! Who won't go down. That's right. They won't go down. That's right, y'all. Who won't go down. Y'all know what? You know what? What? You know what? What? Y'all better get rid of that motherfucker and call Marvin Cease. I lick you till you come. Alabama.
That was a double play of the day. That's Mr. Marvin Cease.
With candy liquor, I had to say it.
You like your candy lick.
Uh-huh.
Lomax, he talking to you.
Well, you know something. Let me tell you something. You know, I got a song on my project as well. It's called "Satisfy You."
Oh, help, Jesus. Okay.
and the lyrics go. And if I could tell you a little bit about this one,
I'd love to hear it.
Why don't you sing a little bit of the lyric?
Yeah, just sing a little.
Okay, listen.
With that perfect pitch.
Listen. I wanna be the one that keeps you coming back for more.
Oh, I thought he was talking about the other kind.
Anything you want, babe, all I wanna do is satisfy you from the front to the back, 6 to 9 to time.
Jesus.
Way you like it, baby. Oh, all I wanna do is satisfy you.
I'm getting my copy tonight.
Right here on Blues in the Basement.
Lomax doing this thing, man.
Yes, he is.
Hey, man, what about your tour dates? Where you be going around the country to be? Where you gonna be in the next few weeks and months?
I got some things happening here in Georgia, and whenever I'm not doing the Lomax thing, I play with Cameo as well. I got a gig with Cameo on the 26th.
How many times have I asked, where the hell is Cameo? How many times have I asked that question? I've been looking for Cameo.
They're still working. I mean,
like
right now,
Larry Blackman is he still wearing that thing, that cup?
Yeah, he's still wearing it.
Okay.
He's still wearing it.
So how old is Cameo now, man? About 80?
They were probably out in the...
Do you know how old you are?
Yes.
Okay,
you
so
gotta
just
be double my age.
Just subtract a little bit from it.
Okay. So you guys are going to be... Where y'all going to be on the 26th now?
We're going to be at a racetrack. It's a place called the Scriven Racetrack. And we were supposed to be in Louisiana with Average White Band and somebody else in October, but I don't know for sure if that's going to happen. But it's coming back. We've since I've been doing some things with them over the last couple of years. We've done some things with Slade, Confunction, Evelyn Champagne King.
All of you guys on stage at one time?
Yeah, back to back.
God. That's got to be on the East Coast. Yeah.
Yes, Evelyn Champagne King was first, then Slade, Confunction, and then Cameo.
Wow. Can you imagine?
Yeah, that's some old school.
Yeah, that's some funk. That's like
funk.
Yeah. So I mean, you know what? Now, one thing I saw, you performed at the White House. You had an opportunity to meet our first lady.
Round of applause.
Yes.
Round of applause. Yeah.
Yes. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Was that one of your highlights of your career?
Yes, and I also did a thing for that was where me and my son wrote a song. That's an original song that I performed there for the unveiling of Sojourner Truth, which she was the first black female bust to ever be unveiled in the state capitol.
Right.
And the song was "Today Is Your Day." It was became a part of history. That was really, really, really good.
Whoa, that was momentous.
And then I did a thing for Dr. Martin Luther King and Mr. Nelson Mandela.
Right.
I think another thing that I became a part of history in Washington as well.
I read that one as well.
Yeah. I do some things for the National Congress of Black Women, which is chaired by Dr. Ife Williams out of Washington, D.C. And I've gotten a chance to meet a lot of nice people through that.
You know, for a guy that has, I mean, you're very well traveled. You've played with some fantastic artists. You seem to be very down to earth. Your music reflects that. What is it that keeps you grounded? That keeps you that guy that seems to be a very likable guy?
I guess it was because I didn't have overnight success. People, when something is easy to come by, it's easy to lose. And I come from a very loving family. Okay. You know, my mother and father, I never heard my mother and father fuss.
Wow.
I never heard my mother and father raise their voice. I never saw my mother and father drink or smoke. It didn't make us the perfect family, but they were trying to do the best that they could to give us a foundation to build from, to know that this is how you should do this. Coming from all of that and then struggling through the sleeping in my car, I slept in my car in New York in the wintertime a couple of nights.
Wow.
And I slept in some clubhouse buildings in Atlanta. I slept in my car in Atlanta. I've been in the same room with Michael Jackson, Quincy Jones, Luther Vandross, all the rest of them. But to know that we all are human, being successful has a lot to do with the preparation that you take to be successful. So if you understand that yesterday you didn't have it, and once you get it, you have to appreciate it and you have to hold on to it and know that every day is not going to be shiny. And just because you have it today, you might not have it tomorrow. Just because you're not looked at as a celebrity yesterday and you looked at one today, that couldn't last. God could take it away from you with the twinkling of an eye.
We see it every day.
Right.
Yes.
It happens
so why
every day.
be big-headed? Why lose your ground? Why do that? It makes no sense.
You speak a lot about your faith, man, and I really do appreciate that about you. But one thing, your first CD, Life Lessons, what inspired you to get that CD going? How long did it take for you to come up with the songs on that CD? And who does a lot of writing and your producing for you?
I did a lot of the writing on that project. I also have a friend that's the wife of a preacher. She did some of the writing on that song for me.
Is that Anastasia?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Stephanie does her homework, see?
Yes. Oh, I like that. She's been checking in.
I've been checking in. I need to know about you now before we talk to you. I had a little bit of something. I need to see what you look like so I can put a face with a voice.
She ready for you to go up in her and hold her the rest of the time.
Okay, now hold on, T-Shot. Hold on. See, we were talking about being spiritual, and here you go.
No, that was after the fact.
And there he goes. Just took us all out the spirit.
He was talking about the CD. Go ahead, Lomax.
Please.
But yeah, she helped me write some of the lyrics, but I did all of the music and all of the production and the playing of all of that music on there.
Okay.
But she helped with some of the lyrics, yes. She's a real good friend of mine.
So what about the song Swinging? That's the next one we want to go to.
Swinging.
Whoa.
I mean everybody can't swing it to the left and swing it to the right.
Nah, they sure can't.
And he drops the mic and leaves the room.
Woo, they surely, sir, they surely cannot.
It is a theme to this CD, Stephanie.
There's a theme to this interview. There's a method to the madness.
Oh my God. Well, here's Lomax on Blues in the Basement with Swing It.
All day long, been thinking of you. Oh yeah, I can't wait to see you. I wanna hug, kiss you, and squeeze you too. Tonight you're number one, and here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have some fun. Oh, we're gonna dance till the morning comes. Oh, slip on that black dress, the one that looks so good on you. I wanna see you swing it to the right, then back to the left. Come on, see them hips wide, bring it to the I wanna see you swing it to the right, then back to the left. See them hips wide, bring it to a low grind. Been making promises that I didn't keep. Tonight it's just you and me, baby. Oh, and no one could ever take your place. I like the way you make me feel. Oh, when we're dancing close. Oh, honey. So let's get dressed and go out to our favorite place. Oh, the one I like the most. So go and slip on that black dress, baby.
And that was Swing It by Lomax. You got to swing it before you put it all up in there, Tracy.
I'm trying to tell you. That's right. You better have your mind made up.
Exactly.
I need to be looking at that CD from 1 to 10 to see how these songs.
You got to listen to them, all of them.
Yes.
There's a theme.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
We got to stick with it. We're going to do a little thing that we like to call our festival check-in. And if you'll just bear with us 1 second, Lomax. So festivals.
What we gonna be at? Road trip.
Hey, we got the Eddie Cotton Blues Festival.
What we're going, Step?
That's September 25th through September 26th. South Washington Street, the Mississippi Blues Trail in Vicksburg.
Okay,
and then we got the 38th annual Mississippi Delta Blues and Heritage Festival.
Wow.
Then you got the King Biscuit Blues Festival. That's October 7th through October 10th down in Helena, Arkansas.
It's time to get on the road.
Yes,
Blues
it
in the Basement
is
is on the way. Stephanie, are you driving this week?
I got my car gassed up and the tires have been checked and I'm ready to go.
Sounds like a plan to me. You're right here on Blues in the Basement. We were powered by the Kazukian Network, where you can also find those other properties like On Sports,
Funky Politics,
3BC, and Blues in the Basement.
All right here on Kazukian, KUDZUKIAN.com.
And we're going to go to our Facebook Player of the Week as well.
Tony Green has hooked up with this group called Malted Milk. So you got a Memphis born and raised blues singer out on the road with French blues musicians.
Wow.
Check this out. This song is off of the album Milk and Green, and the song is Just Ain't Working Out.
On Blues in the Basement.
Baby, I tried to treat you right, like a good man's woman should. Try to be your lady. I tried to be good, but you wouldn't return my love, no. And I was a fool. Now I'm finally waking up, baby. I'm leaving you. This thing ain't working out. Baby, I'm checking out. It ain't what it ought to be. So now you gotta set me free. Set me free, baby. I'm gonna move along. Yeah, 'cause I've been a fool too long. It ain't no doubt, no. This thing ain't working out. You say that you're gonna change your ways, but I've heard that so many times before. So move on out my way. I'm leaving you, walking out the door. Yeah. You know you had your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 chances to be my one and only man, but all you gave me was hell. Now I'm gonna wish you well. This thing ain't working out. No, baby, I'm checking out.
That was Tony Green and French blues musicians Malted Milk with It Just Ain't Working Out.
Want to send a big shout out to our man up in Louisville, Kentucky, who won that BB King
Yes,
T-shirt.
he did.
Yes, we do. We got to say hello to him.
Yes, we do. Hey, Mr. Robinson, what's going on right there in Kentucky, right? Is it in Kentucky?
Louisville, Kentucky, I believe it is.
We appreciate him.
Make sure you like us on Facebook. Tell us where you are so you can also have a chance to win some of the great gifts in the store that we have in store for you right here on Blues in the Basement.
But first, they got to ask this question.
They do.
They got to answer this question.
They do.
They got to answer this question. And this is your blues fact trivia of the week.
Trombone, please.
Trombone, please. Early in his career, he experimented with singing in a falsetto, but had to abandon it after having a tonsillectomy that lowered his voice. According to an interview he did with actor and blues enthusiast Dan Aykroyd, he copied his trademark squall from the sing-song preaching of the Reverend C.L. Franklin, singer Aretha Franklin's father.
Call me. I know the answer.
If you know the answer, let us know on Facebook. Take opportunity to win your BB King's Blues t-shirt right here.
Call me. I know the answer.
Right here on Blues in the Basement.
Lomax.
Yes.
Hey, man, tell us who's one of the people that really inspired you to do what you do, man.
Like I said, George Benson really inspired me. My father really inspired me. My grandfather really inspired me. All of the musicians that really paved the way for us back in the day, because a lot of people don't realize there was a struggle with the musicians back then, having to go through a lot of things that they went through in order to pave the way for us to be where we are today. Mm-hmm. They paved the way for all of us. I can say that.
Okay.
And they inspired all of us to try to accomplish the things that we're trying to accomplish today.
Well, tell our listeners how, if they want to get in contact with you for gigs or whatever, how they can get in contact with you.
You can go to my website, which is lomax.productions. And I also have a Facebook page that's on the Lomax Spaulding on the Facebook page. I would love to come down there, man, where you all those gigs you all are mentioning, those rides and stuff. I mean,
man, if I put you and Stephanie in the same car, I'm going to have to get a van.
y'all need to help a brother out, man.
I'm going to have to get a van and a pillow.
Yeah, man.
Oh, my God.
Stephanie.
Help a brother out.
I'm just here, Tracy.
I see. Lomax, you don't know what you done to him, brother. You don't know what you done to him.
Man.
All right, man. It was a pleasure. It's a pleasure talking to you, man.
Fun.
We're gonna keep following your career, and when you got new stuff out, make sure you get with us so we can make sure we get it on Blues in the Basement. We want all our listeners to go to Lomax and to your website, to your Facebook page, and like it, and just follow your career, man. And God bless you, Godspeed to you. Keep doing the great things you're doing.
It's one thing else that I would like to say, please.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
When I released the Life Lesson thing, since then, I had the pleasure of going to Tunica, Mississippi. And once I went to Tunica, Mississippi to perform at Just Blues, I had the pleasure of meeting Miss Anna Corday, and I joined forces with Corday Records.
Wow.
Okay.
So this new project is going to be on Corday Records. And and you can also get on CD Baby, and the new one you can surely get on CD Baby, Amazon, iTunes, Rhapsody, and all the rest of the pretty much the internet stores and stuff like that.
Okay.
Well, that's wonderful.
But hey, listen, the last and not least, man, listen, I really appreciate you all for taking the time to consider having a small town, person like me from a small town in Georgia, man, to come on and talk with me, man. It really makes me feel good to think that you all would consider that. And thanks for you all doing what you're doing, because without you all, there could be no us. And thanks for doing what you all do.
Hey, we appreciate it, man.
Hey,
we appreciate
thank you so much. We appreciate it.
All right, Lomax, we'll talk to you soon, my friend.
All right, but you all have a blessed day.
All right, you too.
Blues in the Basement, recorded live at LPI Studios in the heart of Midtown Memphis, Tennessee. Web designer Daniel Coates, executive producer Larry Robinson, engineered by Daryl Evans, directed by Little Misty, and produced by Reggie Fine. Blues in the Basement, part of the Kintsukan Network.